I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki, and we're in the Farm Fellowship International. I just finished speaking to, Ufoma, can you see me? I just finished speaking to students at Petra Christian Academy on Valentine's Day and the falsehood of the hyping of Valentine's Day. And while I was doing that, I sent my drivers to go and collect cassava stems from Ilenuri. Ilenuri is quite some distance from Ogili. And by the time I finished speaking, they called. I crossed the road to go and meet them, took over the vehicle from them, and I drove here. Precision thinking. If you are to excel in life and have your KPIs, your key performance indicators, highly rated, your daily performance indicators, highly rated, and your lifetime performance indicators, highly rated, you must do precision thinking. Now, I'm here in the farm, and I'm doing another live broadcast. Why am I doing this live broadcast? I carried cassava stem with this Hilux truck. In the market, this vehicle is it's not less than 10 to 15 million naira. And I'm using it to carry cassava stem. Some of the vehicles, these boys do rituals to buy. Some of them might not be as expensive as this. But I'm using it to carry cassava stems to set the thinking of most young people right. It is not the enjoyment you have in life is not how much you spend. It is the influence, positive influence you create and the lives you affect. As I was carrying the cassava stems with this vehicle, young men, older people were looking at me. I'm trying to create a model like as St. Francis of Assisi did. St. Francis of Assisi told his young disciple, he said, come, let's go on evangelism. And they left the monastery and went through the streets of Assisi and eventually went back to the monastery. And the young disciple asked St. Francis of Assisi, sir, you said we were going to preach to people. We didn't preach to any person. He said, as we were going, as we were moving together, people were watching us. And as we were moving around, we were preaching without using the word. So, he said, preach the gospel always, but hardly use words. And so, the problem in Nigeria, as I said in my radio broadcast this morning, is that we have popular people, popularity out of notoriety, popularity without responsibility, popularity without integrity. This is a generation where people want to have sex without responsibility. They want to cultivate relationships without responsibility and integrity. That's why we have baby mamas, we don't have baby papas. You want to just impregnate a girl, produce children, you don't want to be a responsible father. That is why people wear wedding rings and commit adultery, and we need to go and do DNA tests. This is a generation where people want wealth without work. You want to get rich, you don't want to work. One of my nephews called me some time ago, oh, I should help him. I should help him. And then he sent me a list. I should buy him bags of beans, buy him wheelbarrow to hug them, even buy the cup to measure. I told him, come and live with me, walk with me. Can you walk at my pace? He said, yes. He said, I will walk well at. And he started living with me. Number one, come on to open gate. If you hand the car to open gate, he will open the gate, he will be pressing his phone. Come on the clothes. We gave him clothes. My son gave him clothes. I gave him clothes. The woman working in the poultry, after he left, was complaining that he smells worse than the poultry. That anytime he walks past you, he smells. This is a 39-year-old man. He can't wash his clothes. He can't wash his clothes. The plates we will use to give him to eat, we put food for him to take to work. When he left now, I went to the office. And the older security man was showing me, he washed his hands inside the container of food, the warmer of food, left cutleries inside. He did not wash them. By the time I got to his room at home, where he was staying, he stole my bed sheets, he carried things away. The plates he was given to, with which he was given food, he left them in the bathroom. In fact, he carried feet, dropped them on the ground. He was too lazy to carry them into the room. And I rebuked him, hollered him. You think I got to this position that you want to enjoy the luxury of living with me without seriousness, without hard work? At 39, I had stopped having children. At 39, I was already preparing to leave Aba and to start a new life. You have no wife, you have no child, so lazy and dirty. And by the time I hollered him, he was talking rudely to me, and I showed him fire. I was his father was my elder brother. He's my son's age mate. He can't tell me now what. You see, young people of today want to rise to prominence without work, without responsibility. They want to sleep in hotels and sleep with women without building a house. That's why there's ritual killing. That's why there's yahoo. You see, even in the church, people want miracles without faithfulness to Christ, without fasting and praying for them. That's why they stage manage miracles. A lot of people are in full-time ministry because they think that full-time ministry is the easiest platform to gain fame and to gain wealth. I'm going to plant cassava. I'm going to sell gari. I'm also going to plant potatoes. I'm going to carry another bunch of another set of cassava stems from the nearby town. At the same time, can you pan this way? At the same time, I'm building this structure. I don't need to do rituals. I don't need to kill. I don't need to steal. Hard work. One of the things that spoiled this nation is we started talking about smart work. When a man is not intelligent, you're talking about smart work. I'm a medical doctor. I have a master's in public admin. I'm an intelligent man. But I need to work hard and work smartly. How can you be doing smart work when you are dull? You will go into criminality. Criminality is just trying to express intelligence without responsibility. And so, we must set the record straight. You can work smartly, but you need to work hard. You have to be responsible. You have to take responsibility. That's how nations are built. That's how wealth is built. You don't fall into wealth suddenly and you think you will live long with it. This is a generation where you want to have sex without marriage. The girl wants to pack into the boy's house and claim ownership of the boy and be ready to fight with another girl. And you are not married to the boy. There's no legal relationship between two of you. And you think that you can have an entitlement to that young man. No. There is the law of cause and effect. There is no greatness without responsibility. There is no elevation without integrity. This is a generation that thinks that the beauty of a woman is the amount of hair she ties to her waist. No. It is not what you attach to your hair that makes you a woman. It is the content of your brain. This is a generation of women who think that it is the face, the buttocks, that makes a woman. No, it is your character that makes a woman. If you're a woman, you have no character. Have the biggest buttocks in the world. It's just a sea of amino acids. It will just be, you will spoil the mattress. If most hotels in Warri now, they've removed the beds that had boards. They made concrete. Because this is a generation that wants to have wild sex. Wild sex without paying bride price. Wild sex without wedding ring. And so they want to destroy the girl. They call themselves that they are womb shifters. They want to shift. You want to shift somebody's womb because you're not expecting to have babies from that womb. If you're expecting that womb to have children for you, you won't be a womb shifter. If now your sister, you go shift in womb. If now your mama daughter, you go agree make them use bola take shift in womb. Irresponsible generation. Today, our messages in church, we tell people they are going to become millionaires without telling them how millionaires make their money. We don't tell them the hard work. Even you, the pastor, promising them a lot money, you work. You work. How many a lot money have you had? Why don't you tell us not to give you offering? Let's not pay offering. Let's not give tithe. Whether you have a lot money. Whether your workers, why don't you send a lot money into the accounts of your workers? We are a generation that is mutually deceiving ourselves. We are deceiving ourselves and we are listening to stupid human beings. People who have no bearing about life. We have motivational speakers who have no evidence to show for their motivation. You quote rhetorics and there is no evidence to show. Brethren, the time has come where we need to set new models. We need to tell our children hard work pays. We need to tell our children wealth is gathered gradually. It's not by pressing computer. It's not by picking. You dey crazy, you pick. The only crazy man, they pick something for grand chop. You are a thief when you empty somebody's account. Somebody called me today that is invested in MMM. Money that was contributed for him, invested in MMM. Is your head correct? For you to invest people's money in MMM. Do you think that the person who wants to do MMM, if money is that easy to get, he should not be remaining in Russia? He was a Russian. You just believe. In this generation, people don't want to use their brains, but they want to make noise. People don't want to use their brains, but they want to influence people. That's why if you go around if you go around Nigeria today, the musicians that are influencing our young children are stupid people. You will see a young girl post her sex tape online, and then they want to trend. Are you the first person to have sex? Are you the first person to have sex? That you are posting your sex tape online because you want to make waves. And then our stupid children will like it. Will like it. What do you derive by being told that you are sexy? You dress half naked. They say you are sexy. You are hot. Sexy what? Do you know the meaning of being sexy? It is that when I look at you, I don't see anything but sex. That means you become an object of entertainment. Most of you young girls, this Valentine, barbecue fish will make you open your legs for an idiot to pour viruses into you. You see, that is the generation. We no longer respect women who stay in their husbands' houses and labor like as our mothers labored. I tell you one thing, romance is stupidity. It is responsibility that endures. Romance cannot keep a marriage. It is responsibility and respect. The boy who respects you will wait until you finish school before he has sex with you. The boy who respects you will not carry you to a hotel, defile you and remove your eyes. We lack some basic ingredients in this nation and in the world in general. Decency, discipline, integrity, process. I might sound unpopular, but the truth remains the same. That time is an impartial judge. If we don't take care, we will just waste a whole generation of young men. Yahoo, loud, cocaine, codeine, tramadol. And some wicked people in my own generation are importing container loads of tramadol to destroy our children while they are children overseas. God himself will punish such people. And I speak to you, change. Change. We're in a poor nation. If you miss it once, you take the wrong choices, you will miss it for life. I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. God bless you.